filtered in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I filtered in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filtered in.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Today is Monday. Happy New Year to everybody. We haven't seen you guys since last year. So Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everybody had a good New Year, had a good weekend. I definitely had a good celebration. We had family night over my house, so we had a pretty good time. But we got to get into NFL Week 17. But first of all, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. So if you're able to follow on all of those, just look at the ticker down the bottom. All of it should be down there. So like and subscribe, share this video with someone because we are live today, 5 o'clock, to give you guys our thoughts and our views on the games this weekend. And if you're interested, we have some Instagram chats. We have a sports chat that's exclusive. The only way to get on there is to be on the show. So if you want to get on the show, make sure you put your IG name in the comment and let us know which show that you want to be on the show, and we'll let you know when we're available. Also, we have an NFL, an NBA, college football, college basketball, and a baseball chat. So if you want to be in those, also put your name in the IG comment, and then we'll do whatever we can to get you in that group. So only other thing is enjoy the show. So we're gonna go off with the first topic. First of all, how you guys doing? Tomo and Joe. I got Joe and Tomo with me today. How you guys feeling today?
I'm gonna go first because I know my man. We got Ray Charles in the building, y'all. I'm feeling great, man. I'm off to a great start with the new year. Feeling rejuvenated. I always feel rejuvenated, but it's just something about this week. I got big goals for the show. We getting somebody says a funeral. We got a lot of things down the pipeline, aspirations, just a lot, man. I'm feeling great.
Yes, sir. And Carl, you're right. It's a funeral. I think the boys got the memo, so they wore black too. Yeah, but I'm doing good. Crazy day yesterday, but hey, we still alive, right? Let's get it. Well, technically no, but let's start the show.
I'm feeling all right, man. It was a close game this weekend, but hey, I'm all right. So we gotta talk about the Commanders first. You see, he's dressed and ready, so we already know where we're going with this. Riverboat Ron, as it says, sinking riverboat. So we definitely got to talk about the Commanders, man. They were. First of all, he didn't even know that you guys were about to get possibly being eliminated yesterday. So start off with that, and then Joe, we just got. I just got to get your thoughts on the game. How you feel? Do you think it was the right decision for Wentz to start, or not? Do you think that Heineken should have started the game?
Man, it was a tough Sunday. All right, let me take these off. I don't want y'all to think I'm crying over here. So look, it's crazy because Sunday, this is how mad I was, y'all. So my daughter, I'm taking her back to Maryland, drive from Rhode Island. It's a 6.5-hour drive. I'm watching the game as I'm driving down there. I was so mad. I drove all the way to Maryland, dropped her off, and turned around, Joey, back to Rhode Island. I had the energy to do that. That's how mad I was. But look, man, listen, all I can say is this. I was wrong about the Commanders. I was so wrong about them. All right? Yeah, sometimes, your fandom getting away, all that stuff. Man, I was so wrong about this squad. Let's start with the first thing I was wrong about. Carson Wentz, man. Listen, Ty, Kevin, y'all all right?
Tom made me laugh. I'm sorry.
Y'all all right?
I'm on mute. This is good.
All right. Y'all all right, Collins? Hey, Kevin. Hey, Ty. You all right? You were right. Listen to this, man. First of all, as I go over this Carson Wentz situation, let's play some of his highlights from yesterday. As I do that, so we can be reminded of the mess that we saw yesterday. All right, it was ridiculous. So look, first of all, he's mentally weak. I'm not going to say I'm still think last year with the Colts situation, it was a team collapse. But this dude has the same exact situation this year. You just got benched. The quarterback plays bad. You get your opportunity, and you come out looking like this. I'm listening to interviews of him before this game, and they said, how good was it for you to come out in the 49ers and play that last drive? Oh, it was good for my mental and my confidence. Why are you not confident? Like, if when Andy Dalton was the Cowboys' backup, you think he was lacking confidence when he first started? Nah, he just walked in and did his job. So, and then Dave, I was also wrong, man. You were right, man. When Carson Wentz was playing yesterday, I felt no energy. I didn't feel confident at all in any drive we had that I did with Taylor Heineke. Even though I knew Taylor Heineke would throw me an interception, probably fumble the ball, I knew Taylor Heineke could give me a drive that could spark something up. And then we kind of overhyped the Carson Wentz touchdown drive when it was really Brian Robinson. He made a couple of good throws. I mean, you're a starting quarterback. You should be able to do that. So he messed up. He had the opportunity to rewrite his career, to start off on a new foot, and he messed it up through 3 terrible interceptions yesterday. Stared out. Y'all see Terry McLaurin looking worse, right? And then it's kind of like he went against Denzel Ward, and people might think that Denzel Ward outplayed him, but really it's Carson Wentz. Kind of similar to what Trayvon Diggs did to him earlier this year. No, knock on Trayvon Diggs. But I don't think Trayvon Diggs would strap Terry McLaurin every pass. It's just that it's his quarterback. Yeah, I truly believe that. Terry McLaurin I'm going to get to Terry McLaurin. So he's mentally weak. But as a fan, you can look on the bright side. Tomo, you know about that when it comes to Dak Prescott. All right. But you got to look on the bright side when it comes to your team. And I was doing that, but he's mentally weak. He had to leave off that. So I'm done with Carson Wentz, man. So, yeah, David, you were right, man. I didn't feel confident at all in that whole situation. Ty, Kevin, you're right. Mark, we were wrong. So, Mark, face the music, bro. Carson Wentz not that guy. All right? I hope he's not coming back next year. We're going to cut this dude. He's not coming back next year. I was definitely wrong about Ron Rivera. I was right at the first time. Then I was wrong again. Dave, I came on the show. Tom, you too. But that Monday after we lost the 49ers, I said, I hope he make the right decision about starting Taylor Heineke. When he picked Carson Wentz, I try to find reasons why Carson was the right person. I don't want to talk about the mascot. That was the icing on the cake. Like, come on now. Like, that was the wrong time to come out with that pig. But anyways, Ron Rivera, yeah, look, y'all ever know somebody or probably been in a situation when somebody had a girlfriend, they was in a relationship, and it was toxic. And then they leave and find another girl that's better. And the moment that girl does one thing wrong, they run back to the old toxic relationship. That's exactly what he did with Carson Wentz. Like, literally. The dude showed up, Taylor Heineke, right, played bad against the Giants. I understand, but the Giants are a playoff team, right? I know I underestimated for the season, but at the end of the day, they're a playoff team. Then he plays bad, quote unquote, against the number 1 defense in the NFL, and we bench him. And now looking at Carson Wentz first few games when we went 1-5, he played okay against the Jags, threw 2 bad picks. He played okay against the Lions. We were playing from behind. Terrible against Philly. Terrible against Dallas. Terrible against the Bears. Why are we having hope in this dude after that? Come on, Tom. Don't do this to me, man.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna change it.
All right. So, bad decision. All right. So, I called for Ron Rivera's job, man. Before the Bears lost. I said we lose to the Bears, he got to go. And guess what happened? we got blindsided by the defense. Defense looked good, and I'm like, okay, things are going the right way. Tom was making me feel good, saying Ron Rivera could potentially win Coach of the Year. I'm like, you know what? You making sense. He could win Coach of the Year. You know, I'm getting hyped for my man Ron Rivera. But think about this. It's my opinion. I believe you might disagree that we really have probably, it's arguable, some of the best weapons in the NFC East. I believe that. I look at our receiver core: Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dawson, Curtis Samuels, Cam Sims. That's what that catch he made. Cam Sims, I think he's pretty good. De'Ami Brown. We got Toney Gibbs and Brian Robinson. I believe we got one of the best weapons in the NFC East, but yet we have the worst offense. Something ain't adding up. Scott Turner, you gotta go. There's too many head scratching moments, and like against the Giants. It's 4th down. You run up the middle with Curtis Samuels. You got a physical Brian Robinson running back. And then yesterday, on 3rd and 4, you take out Brian Robinson, bring in our 3rd string running back, and then go throw a toss to the 3rd string running back on 4th down. That's so stupid. He got to go. He has to go. So think about this, y'all. Free Terry McLaurin. Don't lead the Commanders, but free him by getting him a quarterback and a legit offensive coordinator. Think about this, y'all. We are the 2nd worst scoring team in NFC. But yeah, we got all these receivers right here. 2nd worst scoring team in NFC. The only team that's worse is the Rams. They ain't got the quarterback or they ain't got Cooper Kupp. Look, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, C.D. Lamb, they all have way more targets than Terry McLaurin. Way more targets. I mean, Devontae and A.J. Brown got more targets than him. Do y'all know Zay Jones and Christian Kirk got more targets than Terry McLaurin? Like, what? And then that's why you look at Terry McLaurin numbers, you might say, like Cat posted in the chat earlier today, Devontae got more yards. I mean, he got more targets. What you expect? Like, he got more targets than him. A.J. Brown got like 40 more targets than Terry McLaurin. That's crazy. CD got like 40 more targets than Terry McLaurin. That's crazy. So I look at them like they got Scott Turner got to go. Now, Jack, DC, he did a good job, I believe. I'm not going to blame the defense against the Browns. We were missing our best safety. I realized when Cam Curl is not back there, we look different. Big plays happen, right? So Cam Curl wasn't our best safety. St. Juice wasn't there, our best cornerback. And then Jonathan Allen got hurt in the 3rd quarter, our best defensive lineman. So I wasn't upset about the defense because our offense couldn't do nothing. So Scott Turner, you got to go. Hey, Tom, I'll finish it for me. Scott Turner.
You're done, son.
Let's get it. He is. Riverboat Ron, you also done.
You're done, son. I got you.
You a good man. I get you. Locker room guy. I mean, we got all this drama in the DC area with Daniel Snyder. I get it. You kept the locker room good. But I'm trying to win some games. I'm sorry. I don't care about that stuff right now. I look at Ron Rivera, right? And Kevin, you were right, man. It's another person that was right. I was wrong completely. Toney beginning of the season, Ron Rivera, you know, he hasn't done. What has he done? Listen, Ron Rivera, in his 12 years of coaching, he has 3 winning seasons. 3 seasons with over 7 wins in 12 years of coaching. 3 years with the Commanders, 7 wins. 7 wins, 7 wins. I should have known that before the season started. You know what? We're going to have 7 wins once again. We're going to find a way to get 7 wins. We even got a tie to get the 7 wins. Crazy. So he has to go. Lastly, I was wrong about our division, Tombo. This is crap, man. I had the Eagles finishing first with 11 wins. I had the Commanders finishing second with 10 wins. I had the Cowboys finishing third with 9 wins. And the Giants finishing fourth with 4 wins. Everybody exceeded my expectations for them, except for these bums. They ain't bums. It's a coaching staff and Carson Wentz. That's crazy. And not only that, everybody made it to the dance except us. The door locked. I'm knocking on the door. I got me a ticket. It expired. It was from last year. I'm sorry, Joe. Couldn't get in the dance. Crazy. So we need to draft the QB. Let Taylor Heineke start next year. Get a new coach. Let Taylor Heineke start next year and develop this whoever rookie we get. All right? Because Heineke, believe it or not, out of all players that played at least 17 games, started 17 games with the Commanders, Taylor Heineke is the only quarterback that has a winning record. So this role to do for at least 1 year, like Tom was said. The last person who had a winning record that played more than 17 games was Brad Johnson in 1999. I was 9 years old, bro. Come on. So, Blaze, last person that was right. Blaze was the only person that constantly told me we were done, that we weren't making the playoffs. People were jumping, back and forth. They were high, but Blaze would sit there to the end. You were right, Blaze. So look, for now, the Commanders are done. Now we focusing on lighting the beam. I'm done with these dudes. What's next? Go ahead, Tom or David.
I mean, Dave, you want to go? Because he took all my points, man, with that rant. The only thing I want to say is Adib. That's all, folks.
Hold on. Sorry. Last I got this video. I know David brought it up, but for those who ain't see it, look at this crowd.
To clarify, you said you were talking about quarterback next week. If you guys are eliminated today by what happens at 4 o'clock, is Sam Howell in consideration?
We can be eliminated.
Yeah, if the Packers beat the
Oh,
Vikings,
that's
then
right.
you guys are eliminated.
Well, we'll see.
But would Sam be a consideration, or is it wins first?
Well, we'll see. I'm not gonna, try and predict anything. We'll see what happens.
You're not.
All right, this dude, man. Sorry, last thing I want to say. He did an interview today. He was like, I came in there expected to win no matter what was the situation. Okay, you did, but did you prepare your team the best of your ability to get them prepared for that game? Now the team going into that game, in the back of their mind saying like, we can still got a chance next week. Now, if like in human nature, you put a little bit more into your craft when it's more urgent. That's how it is. Like if I tell you you gotta get this done, if you win this game, we can go to playoffs. But we can also win next week, get to playoffs. You're gonna work hard, but if I told you, Tom or David, we gotta win this game, we out. You're gonna put a little more effort into it. That's just how it is as human beings. So he didn't have the team fully prepared for the game. And you can tell, you can see it. Like every season we come off and start slow. That's coaching. 3 years straight, we started off slow. Not taking training camp seriously. Not taking an all season seriously. Not taking OT, all that stuff. You just coming in, walking the thing, everything's gonna be good. And we gotta wait until the 5th or 6th game every single year to pick up pace. That's coaching. So Riverboat Ron,
You're done, son.
I mean, I don't think I really have much to say either.
So I like a round of applause, bro. That was
I
beautiful.
think I can really say much either. I mean,
He said it all. He said everything.
he said everything.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
I'll say this though. I have to question the QBR rating that the NFL puts out there. Reason why I say this is because Wentz, even though he had a better completion percentage, he had a 36.5 QBR, but his quarterback rating was a 31.4. Now, Deshaun Watson, even though he didn't play a great game, he threw for 3 touchdowns, no picks, but his QBR was lower than Carson Wentz. I don't understand what they're doing with that QBR system. It just doesn't make sense to me.
it's probably because that rush TD Carson had. I don't know.
That's probably it. That's probably it.
Get it,
Still,
but
3 TDs to 1.
still doesn't make sense to me. And plus, Deshaun Watson threw for more yards than Carson Wentz. So I don't. Even though he was 50% from complete percentage, I get that, but that still doesn't make sense to me. And Joe, you said it. I was right. There's no reason why you should have had Carson Wentz in the game when Taylor Heineke was the reason why your team was playing so well together. The defense played well and the offense played well when Taylor Heineke was out there. So I questioned from Wentz being out there from the beginning. I was like, okay, I get it. You put him in the last minute in the game, but you still should roll with Taylor Heineke for the last 2 games. He gives you your best chance to win. And for the comment saying that you don't need to draft a quarterback, because this comment right here, if you saw Sam Howell in college, you will understand why Joe said draft a quarterback. Sam Howell is not the answer. I would rather have Taylor Heineke out there than Sam Howell. He ain't the answer. And then, I mean, like you said, the defense played well. They held the Browns to 4 of 11 on third down. Defense played well, but the thing is, he didn't give Terry the ball. He only had 5 targets yesterday, and it was 2 catches for 25 yards. Wentz is just not it, man. He not it. Commanders, they had 5 sacks and 7 tackles for loss yesterday. So their defense played well, but it's because the quarterback you had out there. It's pretty much like we said with Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson's out there, even though you have a great defense, you're gonna lose. The same thing with Carson Wentz now. Even if you got a great defense out there, if Carson Wentz out there, you're gonna lose. It's just gonna happen. He ain't good enough. So the only thing is now you got a chance to get some. I guess you can go get Derek Carr. I think he's better than Carson Wentz.
No, we can't.
Or
no better,
you can do whatever you can to try to trade to move up in the draft to get a quarterback. Or I don't know, but Carson Wentz, don't resign him. Don't resign him.
Hey, so because y'all mascot is now Porky the Pig, right? Does this mean now that it's hunting season? Y'all hunting for rabbits? Hey, Tubby had the best day yesterday, man.
He did, man.
Tubby was out there doing his thing, man. Well, Tuddy, my bad. I called him Tubby. My bad. Hey, Tuddy. Major Tuddy.
It's crazy how that came out right before the game.
It's crazy it came out before the game, and they didn't even score a touchdown for real. Major Tuddy. How you a major at something that the team is not even accomplishing? Like, who came up with that, Joe?
I don't know, man. They
time for the kids. But look, man, I told you like 4 or 5 weeks ago, man, let Heineke do his thing. The fact that Riverboat Ron let the best defense in the league dictate on if Wentz needs to start or not was at that moment, he should have been fired. Like you let this kid who, like I've been saying this whole time, no work in the off season, just shows up and does his thing flat out. One thing I want to add to about the comment, though, I think the comment about Sam Howell was he was saying y'all wasted a draft pick. He's like, don't go draft a quarterback if you went and got Sam Howell because you basically wasted that pick. That's what I think he meant by that.
I get it, but it's not like he was a first round pick.
That's like a Kirk Cousins draft pick.
Yeah, true, but
they
could have got an offensive lineman.
That's true.
I mean, the offensive line wasn't terrible, but I get it.
It actually was kind of bad. He was hurt. We had no depth there.
Yeah, and it comes back to Heineke again. You already had a backup, so a capable backup who's always coming in and winning. Like you said earlier, Joe, in your rant. To me, since he's been starting, he was 5-3-1. And those 3 teams he lost to, those were dog fights. And he tied and still gave you hope to make the playoffs. You all could have beat the Browns with Taylor Heineke. Mm-hmm. Last week you said y'all could win with Wentz or Heineke. I mean, he's on mental IR, like we said, man. I don't know what's up with Wentz and Riverboat. They both just pack their bags and leave, man. But like everyone said in the comments, man, that was real big of you to come on air and say how you were flat out wrong, because you would never see that on any other platform. Like, people are going to deny or die they're going to die with their takes. So, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't pull a Skip today, so I'm definitely proud of you. Because Skip would have been like, nah, this is why this didn't happen.
Yeah.
No excuses for you, so.
Yeah, man. Hats off to you, man.
Do y'all realize every team that's fighting in playoff position that won yesterday, they don't have a quarterback issue. Right now, Tua's out. Dolphins lost, quarterback issue. Mike White, he didn't perform well yesterday, quarterback issue. Commanders, like for our scenario, we need the teams to lose. Everybody won except us.
Yeah.
Cause they had good quarterback play. But all right, let's get it, man.
Man, that was real big a joke, man. I think more people need to see, need to learn from that. Just learn from your mistakes, man. And we're going to roll right into what could have been an almost mistake. The 49ers almost lost to the Raiders. They almost lost. But just like the title says, the 49ers are too legit to quit. Even though they made the playoffs already, they still went out there and fought. They was like, nope, if we got going to overtime, we're going to win this game. And talking about quarterback issues, they're down to their 3rd quarterback, and they're still winning. Mm-hmm. There's only one 49er fan on here. I don't got too much good to say about the 49ers because they are who they are. But Dave, take it away.
All right, so now y'all believe me when I said that it was a trap game this week. Remember when I said that last week? Y'all was like, y'all thought I was foolish. I tell y'all, I know my team. I know what's going to happen. I just know. I know these things. Now, great win, San Francisco. Well, not great win, but good win. Won 9 in a row, won in overtime. It was definitely one of Purdy's toughest, I won't say toughest games, but it was tough for him because he didn't play particularly well all the way, but he was able to be clutch in the end when we needed him to, and he helped us, win the game. Christian McCaffrey, I still see how – I don't see how he's not in the Pro Bowl. It makes absolutely no sense. There's no reason why he shouldn't be in Pro Bowl. I just think that was highway robbery. He had 19 carries for 124 yards, 6.4 yards a carry, and a touchdown. He was balling out yesterday. And then, as a team total, we had 227 carries for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Mason is my rookie who I was telling Carl about, got his first career touchdown yesterday, so congrats to him. He played well when he came in, so that was good. But I've been telling Carl about this other guy for a minute too, about Brandon Ayuk. I said he's the best catcher on the wide receiver on the team. I understand Debo is the better playmaker and a better overall player, but Brandon Ayuk as a wide receiver catching the ball is better. He's just nine catches for 101 yards, 11 yards per catch, and a touchdown. And then in overtime, it was his drive. He had 3 or 4 catches on that overtime drive, on the not overtime, but the last drive to get us to overtime. Even though we missed that, we could have won the game, but he was the reason why we got the opportunity to be there. Now, in overtime, the Raiders got the ball, and Bosa was just clutch. Even though he didn't have any tackles yesterday, he had no sacks, no tackles for loss. They pretty much held him up yesterday, but the one time he needed to make a play, he made the play, made the lineman go into the quarterback, and got to force the pick. Now let me talk about my defense. Yesterday was probably the worst game we had, other than when we played against Kansas City. But I'm not giving them an excuse at all because we played terrible yesterday. But people don't understand that Jarrett Stidham played in that system last year. He was the backup quarterback to Mac Jones with Josh McDaniels as the offensive coordinator. So I'm not saying that Jarrett Stidham is great, but he knows that system, so he was able to play well. And he took advantage of what the Commanders should have did the week before, which was throw the ball deep on our corners. Like I told everybody, we have a great front seven. Our back end is the issue. It's always been the issue. Yes, I know Travarius Ward has played well, and I understand that Talanoa Hufanga was voted to the Pro Bowl this year, but I know the back end. The back end is not great. We don't have a lot of speed on the back end. Our corners are slow. Travarius Ward is not fast. Deommodore Lenoir is not fast. Jimmy Ward is a safety playing as a nickelback right now, so he's not necessarily fast. And then Tashawn Gibson, he was a street free agent before we picked him up this year, and he's a starting safety. So our back end is really not that good. Our back end just looks good because our front seven is just monsters. But the day our front seven ain't good, it exposed our back end. So I won't say that we're in trouble, but we have some things that we need to fix. We played way too much man yesterday, even when we should have made adjustments and played some zone or some cover too. But we played way too much man, and we played against one of the best receivers in the game, and Devontae Adams, and he took advantage of us. He had 7 catches for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He basically had 22 yards a catch. He balled out yesterday. He had 11, and he had 11 targets. He could have had more, and plus, he had a penalty called on him because freaking Fred Warner was on him. Fred Warner's not going to be able to check Devontae Adams. Fred Warner might be a great linebacker, but he ain't a great covering linebacker. He's going to get burnt by Devontae Adams every single time. I don't care what anybody says. So we did that. But our rushing defense was still pretty good yesterday. It wasn't great, but it was still pretty good. Josh Jacobs didn't run all over us yesterday. He only had 69 carries, 69 yards with 17 carries. But he did have a touchdown, which was, tied the game late in the fourth quarter. So I still feel good about our team. Not too high, not too low. We still have a chance to get the number 1 seed with the number 2 seed now, since the Vikings got blown out by the Packers yesterday. Justin Jefferson, I should have benched you if I knew you was gonna get locked up like that. But I still feel okay. No different. I still feel the same about my team. Who knows what's gonna happen next week? It's a division game. We should win easily because it's the Cardinals, but it's a division game. Last game of the week is gonna mean something. We're gonna play so we can try to get the number 1 seed. But that all depends on the Eagles. Playing
the Eagles.
You go ahead, Tomo.
Oh no! I was going to let Joe go. I just had one question to ask you though. This is for everybody. Who would have told you after week 2 that you all still would have the chance to be the number 1 seed in the NFC? Would you believe it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I would not have believed it. Not at all. Not with the third string quarterback in. Nah, I wouldn't believe that at all. Not at all.
I think I had y'all having the number 1 seed. I think I did.
I know I did. That's why I asked.
You did too?
Yeah. I had them going to the Super Bowl.
Me too. I had them going to the Super Bowl too. All right. Yeah, I concur. I agree with what you said, man. Like, you gotta be excited about Brock Purdy. He first time he faced adversity, showed up. That last drive did a good job. Even though he got missed that field goal, but he did a good job that drive. Also, like you said, be worried about the secondary. That's your Achilles heel. And I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it because everybody got their holes, in their defense. But y'all say when y'all play against a good receiver, they can do some damage. And you look in the NFC, it's some good receivers out there. You got the Eagles with Devontae and AJ. You got CD and the Cowboys. All right. You got Justin Jefferson, Mike Evans. So in the NFC, there are some teams that got that weapon that could pick y'all apart, like Devontae. That he was killing y'all. He was killing y'all. But that catch he made was crazy. But you right, Jared Stidham. Like I felt that way too. Like I didn't think that I thought y'all was gonna blow them out, but it had nothing to do with the Raiders. It had everything to do with y'all. But I had a feeling he would play better than Derek Carr because he played with Jonathan Daniels already. He know the system, and then he got the weapons. The floor, just throw the ball to him, and he was taking big hits too while he was throwing it. So I won't be too worried. I think if y'all do lose in the playoffs, it will be because of our secondary.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, man. I mean, he still had he had his best game as a quarterback in his career.
Yeah,
65 yards, 3 touchdowns, basically 11 yards per throw. He balled out yesterday, but he did something that some quarterbacks hesitant to do: is stay in the pocket, even with pressure in your face, and still throw it. Most quarterbacks flinch like Kirk Cousins. They'll flinch and not do the right things. But Stidham actually played like he should have. He played like how Derek Carr should have played while Derek Carr was in the game.
So, I mean, yesterday, we all need those games, to bring us back down to earth. A lot of teams say that after they struggle against teams they should beat. And again, you all locked in the playoffs. Like I said, week 2, you lost your starting quarterback. Y'all won that game 27-7, Then Jimmy G comes in 7-3 with Jimmy G. That was your record, right? Then he goes down. You win that game against the Dolphins 33-17.
We were 6-4 actually.
So you were?
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about his record, not the overall team. Jimmy G. He was 7-3 as the starting quarterback.
Gotcha.
Go down, right? Then Purdy comes in. He wins. Purdy, I don't even think Purdy lost the game yet.
4-0.
4-0, right? Defense has allowed only 2 teams to go over 20 points. Over 20. Remember that. The only time y'all lost both games, right? I wouldn't take yesterday as a wake-up call.
3 times over 20. Atlanta scored 28.
Who was the third team? Oh, yeah. The Raiders. That's the third one. I'm talking about the 2 losses.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Yeah. Y'all beat this other team, so it doesn't really. We talking about yesterday. That's just an anomaly, man. Everybody needs to get their gears reset. It's like an oil change. After every 5,000 miles, boom, y'all right back at it. If I'm you, I say yesterday, look at the film and move forward because The only thing the 49ers right now have to worry about, and I hate that I got to say this as a Cowboy fan, is how much the tickets and hotels going to cost at the Super Bowl, bro. Because the way y'all been playing, like, you just got to beat the NFC. You only play the AFC once, maybe twice if you make it there. All the wide receivers you named, Joe, they're good. However, you got to think about the offensive lines within the NFC. Dallas is shaky right now. The Eagles is very shaky. Not very. Dallas is very shaky. The Eagles are shaky because that Lane Johnson situation, and we seen how the Saints was getting to him yesterday. You seen Green Bay if they make it. Y'all know the Giants is. You already know what that O-line looks like. So right now, I wouldn't worry about the front seven because the offenses that you all have to go up against, you all can get back to the quarterback. Now, if the quarterback gets the ball off, that's when you have to be worried, like you said, with your back seven. But I believe in your front seven enough for the NFC. So, long story short, I see you in Arizona, man.
I'm not gonna say it yet.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it. You don't have to. I'm saying it for you.
But I gotta say this about the Niner Empire. We are probably the best traveling team in the NFL, not the NFC at least. Every time we go in an away game, there's a sea of red. That was our first time going to Vegas, and 60%, maybe 70% of that stadium was filled with us. Same thing when we went to go Mexico City and play the Cardinals. That's closer to the Cardinals, and it was all 49 fans pretty much in there. Did we do that with? We're just a great traveling team, man. So I got to give a shout out to the Niner Nation. Niner, bang bang Niner gang. Let's go.
It's three teams. It's three, and we all tied for one. We're all tied for one. I'm gonna just say we're all tied.
Okay. Who's the other one other than
the Steelers? They say the Steelers travel.
Bill Mafia. Don't forget Bill's Mafia.
That's true.
I mean, if I'm a Bills fan, I'm going everywhere too. I don't want the 4 Super Bowls. I lost them all.
Facts.
They bought buses to Miami. That's wild.
True.
From Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know. And the Eagles travel too, but the Cowboys are everywhere. Y'all don't travel. Y'all just there.
That's true. That's true. Never mind that y'all are number one.
Y'all everywhere. Y'all. All right. Speaking of the Cowboys, let's talk about them. And so you got the America's Dream and nightmares, dreams and nightmares. All right. So the Cowboys, they beat the Titans, but the Eagles lost to the Saints. 2-game lose streak. First 2-game losing streak in the season for them. And they could cough up that NFC East title and the number 1 seed if they fall short to the Giants. So Cowboys play the Commanders, who are out the playoffs, and the Eagles play the Giants, who are in the playoffs. So your opponents might not play all their legit starters. You know, the Commander might play Sam Howell. You know, so Tomo, who will win the NFC East? Is it the Eagles or the Cowboys?
If y'all want to do us a favor, y'all can play Sam Howell. Y'all want to see what he about, right?
I think we are playing Sam Howell. I think we are.
It sounds good, but it's up to the Giants at the end of the day if the Cowboys actually want to win this, if they want to win the division. Because the Eagles, I'm telling you right now, the way everyone was talking about Matt Stafford and that shoulder, his elbow, I'm telling you, bro, that sprained AC in your throwing arm is no joke. But if y'all want to throw Hurts out there because you want to get the bye week, then go ahead and do it because the Giants, at the end of the day, they clinched. I already knew it. The Giants have clinched, so they're just happy. However, most people are saying the Giants don't have nothing to play for. But if you really think about it, you're a new coach with a new environment, and technically you have everything to play for because winning is the only mantra. Like, we're not going to show you all that we don't have to play for anything because we made the playoffs. Look what the Giants were last year and the year before that. The Giants are known for winning in their little aura, but to us, the Giants are ha-ha. Okay? Kaka, if you want to say that's what the Eagles are. Looking at that Saints game, that O-line, they had the best O-line in the NFC East, and the way they were just falling apart yesterday, the holding, that was an unnecessary holding call that they got too. But if the Giants want, that's like I said, it's up to the Giants, man. I'm not. My hopes is not up. We're in the playoffs. We got the 5th seed. Tom Brady is looking like Tom Brady again. The Packers are making it. This is why I told y'all this as a Cowboy fan, bro. It does not matter what happens. As soon as the Cowboys make the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady both start playing good. They're like, we're going to make it. If they're in, we're coming to crush their dreams. So It's the Eagles. It's up to the Giants. I'm sorry, I said all that. It's up to the Giants, man. The Cowboys can beat y'all, but the Commanders got something to prove too. Y'all could be like, we want to be. Y'all want to just end our season and that let us get the seed. But the Giants rest their starters. The Eagles will win that game.
Yeah. It's my turn? Oh, your turn, David. My turn? Oh. All right. So, yeah, it depends on what the Giants do. But look, I'm thinking about the old Giants. Remember? They went against an undefeated team. They had nothing to play for because they already clinched too. And the undefeated team play all their starters. And guess what they did? Play all their starters. You know, so they did it because they felt like they would have to see them again, which they did. All right. So, and that's the Giants when they play the Patriots. And they lost by 3. Play them again in the Super Bowl, and they won. So I think the Giants will play their starters.
I forget.
But I still think that the Eagles will win. I think the Eagles will win a close game, though. It's not gonna be like that last Giants game we watched. And then I think the Eagles are gonna be in trouble, man. Coming into the why so close. I think the Eagles gonna have trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I have a bad feeling about y'all Eagles team. In your first game in the playoffs in that second round, you know, so because y'all in desperation mode, like Tomo said, with that sprained shoulder, I think y'all should just rest the dude. You feel me? I think y'all are good enough to win. I don't know what's going on. You're right, Lane Johnson not there, but Minshew just made some bad decisions yesterday, especially that pick 6 he threw to AJ Brown. So I would say the Eagles gonna win regardless, but it's gonna put a toll on y'all going into the playoffs. I think it's going to actually hurt y'all more than help y'all that game.
No pun.
This all depends on the Giants. If the Giants really want to play to get to 10 wins, then I guess. But I don't know. But y'all remember what I said when I said if they rest Hurts and they lose to the Saints, then that shows you that there's something else.
Right.
I was right. So I don't know. I mean, if he's hurt, I wouldn't play him. I'm sorry. I'm resting him for the playoffs. That's just me. But again, Minshew should be good enough to beat the Giants. That's just how it should be. Even though the Saints have a better defense than the Giants. That's just my opinion. I think the Saints defense is better than the Giants. Saints has always had a good defense, and their best cornerback came back to play yesterday. So, I mean, what else do you really need? The Giants DBs, as far as I know, are still out. Other than that, I don't see. I mean, Kayvon Thibodeau has still played well. He did. You saw he did the little snow angel yesterday, right next to the quarterback that he just hurt. So, so he's playing well. But other than that, I don't see any other reason why Hurts should play. I understand that you want to get that first round bye, but you also want him to come in there healthy. Do you want a first round bye and him be hurt, or do you want him to be healthy to play with a chance to still get the first round bye with your backup? I would rather have the chance to get the first round bye with your backup. But hey, if you want to put him in there and play and expect him to not get touched, knowing that he's a physical quarterback and that's the way he plays, by all means, do what you do. And like I said, no one's questioning his toughness. We know he's a tough quarterback. He's always done that. But as far as I know, he needs to make sure that he's healthy. And that's what you need to do as a team. If you have Super Bowl admirations, you should do that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'll be good for us if you lose, then we have a chance to get the number 1 seed if we win.
Who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thunk it?
But
we all got a shot at the number 1 seed.
That's right. That's right.
They did all that winning.
If the Cowboys have a chance, if we lose and the Eagles lose, Cowboys get the number 1 seed. But who knows, man? I mean, it's all about opportunity. So who sees what happens? But I think the Eagles will win. It's the Giants at the end of the day. I don't think they're really gonna play all their players.
Yeah, and you seen Dabo turning up at the end of the game. So
the party in that joint. He was like, yeah. I mean, changed the culture.
Yeah, and even if Saquon don't play, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, even Vic was cooking yesterday, so it's a toss up.
Even if Saquon plays, I still think the Eagles should win that game. I don't think
They definitely should.
that would be a difference. I still think that's
Yeah, they should win. But all right, cool.
It could be the American dream, or it can end up being Philly's nightmare. But at the end of the day, we're all going to be looking like this guy if they lose.
Like for real, if they lose, that would be. I know they don't mean out the playoffs, but that'd be a huge collapse. You feel me? Because they were like front runners in the whole league, and then they fall from first to fifth.
You seen the video and those stinking Cowboys? They did it again.
We still got that. You still got that in the queue. So don't you want to play that? You know.
I'm gonna wait.
All right, let's get our first guest on, y'all. We got another bird in the building, Ravens. We got Carl. What's good, Carl?
It's good. I'm on the phone today. I'm at my mother's house.
Oh, you know what, Carl? I'm moving too fast, but we're gonna since you on, we're gonna get you on.
All right.
I'm moving too fast. All right, so, all right, Tomo, what's this title about? Go ahead. Somebody else try to do it. Go ahead.
I got you, man. Of course, man. You know, because ball. Where did it go? Oh, y'all. It's too many pallets. It's too many pallets. We still building, y'all. This is why we need to get monetized so we can pay our producer. You know what I mean? So y'all gotta keep viewing, keep tuning in. But the title is "Do You Right or Lamar Gone?" You understand? Because if you're from Baltimore, you understand they got to do right by my boy.
yes.
And we had to bring on our number one Ravens fan. So Carl, we basically want to know. We talked about it last week. It's been bubbling for the last 3 weeks, but we talked about it on the show last week. Mm-hmm. Is Lamar holding out?
No, I told y'all this 2 weeks ago. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? No, we're doing this so he could be healthy for the playoffs. We clinched. To me, yesterday didn't mean nothing. But I've never watched a Ravens game stress-free until yesterday. I didn't yell at the TV once. I felt like I was high. Like whatever. Good play. Oh man, bad play. Oh well. I've never done that before. It felt so weird. But no, like I said it before. We was gonna wrestle him against the Falcons game. We weren't clinched, so I said at the time that we were gonna play him against Pittsburgh, but fortune had it, we clinched before the Pittsburgh game. So figured he wasn't gonna play. We were also missing Marcus Peters, Calais Campbell, Devin Duvernay, Rashad Bateman. The list goes on and on. We had to start Brandon Stevens as our number 2 corner. No, I just wanted us to get out healthy, and it looks like the Ravens kind of were thinking the same thing. Let's just play the game, get healthy. Let's try to get healthy for a playoff push. I don't think Lamar's holding out. I don't think that's in Lamar's character to hold out. So yeah, some answers no.
Okay, so y'all basically did what the Titans did. It was like the games that really matter. We're just gonna sit everybody out until then. Okay, I mean that's perfect timing, but you know, with the conspiracy theories going around, you know, they offered him the contract. He said no. Then they came back with the fully guaranteed contract, but it was less than what is it, Wilson and Watson got. So you kind of can see why the world is thinking that he's kind of holding out. You were dropping a little bit more knowledge on his injury, so if you could just share that with us to make us, you know, bring us to prevalent of what's going on, because it's like a PCL, right?
Yeah, it's a PCL injury. So, like I said, I think I said this on the show when I said they was going to sit him. It's a PCL injury. It's like the rarest knee injury he can have. It's very rare that somebody tears or does anything to the PCL. It's in the back. It's the back ligament of your knee. You got 4 ligaments in your knee: your ACL, MCL, which is the medial cruciate ligament, medial collateral ligament, which is on the inside of your knee, and the LCL was just lateral ligaments on the outside. And you got the PCL was in the back. It's so hard to damage that PCL. So I'm thinking they just want him to rest up and just be ready for the playoffs. Like I said, and I mean, like you said, conspiracy theories are exactly what they are. Conspiracy theories. You hear a new conspiracy theory every day. Don't make it real. So
look, let me ask you this: if Lamar is holding out, all right, if he don't play, or he's not good to go as far as injury, do you think y'all can win a playoff game with Snoop?
Depends on who we playing. We play the Bills. We playoff game. No, we're not beating the Bills.
Who?
If we could probably, I think we can honestly beat Jacksonville. If we luck up somehow and get to that 5th seed, I think we can honestly beat Jacksonville.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think they can be had in the run game. If Greg Roman decides to stick with it, and then come well enough to get the play action going, I think we have a chance against Jacksonville. Now, also, our defense will have to get healthy in order to play Jacksonville. I think Zay Jones had a heck of a game against us, but I don't think that's happening twice. His production over the last few weeks has dropped. I just don't see Zay Jones going for a $130, a $140, 2 touchdowns. I think he had against us. I don't see that happening again. JaMychal Hasty also had the game of his life against us. Don't really see that happening again. So I think we could beat Jacksonville with Huntley. The Bills, no shot.
All right, let's get it. All right, we didn't have too much to talk about the Ravens. They already clinched, you know what I mean? They played the Steelers, but like you said, you didn't really care about it. So we didn't really want to adjust the game with you. We wanted to talk about that and get your opinion because we talked about it last week. But I gotta ask you one question about the game, all right? Because somebody in the chat, Tyrone, like David said, put your IG in the chat in the comment section. If you want to be a part of one of these chats, let us know. So look, he said that so you're not caring about that. No, forget Tyrone. You're not caring about that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what y'all did though was give the Steelers an opportunity to get in the dance. Now you said yourself, Carl, that no matter what the teams look like, the Steelers always a dogfight. No matter what the team look like. So obviously that's a team you don't want to play in the playoffs. All right, hey Tony. Oh, because you trying to make sure you got your back. All right.
Oh yeah. They don't want no smoke, man. I got the pictures for you and everything, man.
So how you feel about that? Would you want to see the Steelers in the playoffs? Would you rather see Jacksonville over the Steelers? You know what I mean? So
me personally, I told y'all in the chat I want a revenge tour in the playoffs. Ooh. So obviously I would want Jacksonville, but I'm not scared of the Steelers in the playoffs. Again, we missed Lamar, Marcus Peters, Calais Campbell, Devin Duvernay, Rashad Bateman. I think Big Country didn't play, the lineman. We missed Pepe Williams. We missed a lot of players in that game, and they needed a game-winning touchdown drive to beat us. They should have been throwing all over us. Y'all know how I feel about Brandon Stevens. I hate is a strong word, so I don't want to use it. I really dislike the guy in coverage. I thought they was going to come out slanging the ball, but they didn't. And, I mean, kudos to them. They won the game. I have no hate. Kenny Pickett led a great drive to come down and beat us. But that game shouldn't have been as close as it was, given the amount of circumstances we were fighting. So I'm not scared if we play them in the playoffs. Yeah. But like I said, I want a revenge tour, so give me Jacksonville. We 1-1 against the Steelers. I don't care.
But let me put it back on something you said. You said that under their circumstances. Don't forget, when y'all first played, Trubisky came in. Kenny Pickett got a concussion. So he came in through 3 interceptions. So and y'all squeezed out a win.
Yeah, but don't forget we had a third-string quarterback in the game too.
Yeah, y'all did. I'll give you that. Tyler Huntley got hurt. I'll give you that. All right. Hey, you got me. No more. I rest my. Hey, no further questions. All right.
They looking for revenge.
Hey,
I really ain't got no comments on this. I mean, he pretty much said what he needed to say. So, Lamar, waiting for you to in the playoffs.
All right, so cool. Since we bring it up what Ty say, Ty has to stop holding Snoop to the same standard as Lamar. He keeps saying, "Oh man, since Snoop in the game, we dropped from 28 points per game to blah blah blah." That just shows you how great Lamar is. Nobody ever said, "Hey, Snoop is better than Lamar," or "Snoop is the same as Lamar." I just said as a backup, I believe in him. But bruh, Lamar is Lamar for a reason. Stop trying to hold Snoop to the same standard. You're gonna be disappointed every time.
See, he holding out, man.
I don't think he holding out.
Hey man, we gonna see. I hope they give him his money. I want him to give him his money.
All I'm saying is Lamar Jackson. Not saying that we're recruiting Lamar Jackson, but Lamar Jackson in our system will be a lot better than the quarterbacks we have. Our quarterbacks we have are good because of the system. So,
hey, look, just the business of football. Y'all can't go after Lamar. Y'all mortgage too much to get Trey Lance. And speaking of the business of football, I wanted to bring that up. I know this was a Ravens segment, but I had 2 things. Can I get 3 things off my chest real quick before I leave?
Okay. And then also do your last words too for your team.
This is gonna be the same thing.
All right.
First thing, Teddy's a better man than me because I remember when the Patriots lost that game to the Raiders, and you was talking big trash to him, talking about how the Commanders are automatically locked for the playoffs. Yeah, we're a playoff team. Now look at the turntables. The Commanders are eliminated, and the Patriots are, what do you know, in the 7th seed right now. He a better man than me, because I'd have been talking big trash. Number 2, the business of football. Y'all wondering why Carson Wentz started over Taylor
Oh, he
Heineke?
got points by us. Okay, go ahead. You just talking about us. Go ahead.
No. The third one's not about y'all, but I'm just trying to give y'all a reason why Carson Wentz started over Heineke. The business of football. Y'all didn't mortgage any draft picks to get Taylor Heineke. He's an undrafted guy. Y'all mortgaged draft picks to get Carson Wentz. Y'all like, look, we gave up something for you to be here. You gonna play. If you can play, you gonna. It's just like when you got a guy like, let's just say, for example, you pay a guy a lot of money. Russell Wilson, for example. Russell Wilson has looked dirt. Brett Whiteman actually looks better as the Broncos QB, believe it or not, than Russell Wilson. But as soon as Russell Wilson got healthy, guess who was playing? Russell Wilson.
He's been playing better though. I don't 100% agree with that, because Russell Wilson, since he's been back, he's been playing better.
Yeah, but I'm saying before the injury, Brett Whiteman actually came in and looked good. But then he did.
Yeah, but you also came after the coaching change, right?
No.
And then and then with us, our season on the line, and also the less snaps Carson Wentz play, the better for us, because we don't give up a second round draft pick. And Carson Wentz money is not guaranteed next year, so we can just release him. So it's not like he locked up with this like Russell Wilson. That's why I don't agree with that. I think that Ron really thought Carson Wentz was better fit than Taylor Heineke, which is a terrible coaching decision.
I just can't.
Don't try to let him off the hook. All right.
I can't believe that Ron Rivera saw, no offense, Carson Wentz go 1-6, barely beat the Bears, and seeing Taylor Heineke give y'all a spark and think, yeah, Carson Wentz is the better option. I honestly think it's the business of football, but we can agree to disagree.
Right. That second round pick adds something too, though.
Yeah. My third point, we got a big game this Saturday or Sunday. Showdown in Lambeau. Lions and Packers. Lions, please let's beat Aaron Rodgers and get him up out of here. The city of Detroit been needing this for a minute. And this ain't for you, Tomo.
Yes, it is.
The city of Detroit.
It's for all of us.
It's for the city of Detroit. Man, not we, but the city has been looking for a playoff.
No, it's we. You're right.
No, you've been saying we for a minute.
No, it's we.
I be catching myself though, but the city of Detroit needs this.
Just say it, bro. You believe it.
I'm saying it must be because I'm over my mother's house and she a huge Lions fan, right? Down like her coasters, even Lions coasters. But anyway, they just really need this. Also, y'all called me crazy when I said Seattle had the better chance over the Commanders to making the playoffs. Look how the turntables.
Yeah. And look, y'all need Seattle to lose to the Rams, which is gonna be a tough task.
I know.
So, all right, Carl, we appreciate you, man. You gotta get your nemesis on and Toney. All right.
All right, great show. Hey, appreciate y'all for having me as always.
Of course. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get the next two on. What's good, Toney?
What's up, fellas?
What's good, Javon? I got you. Hold on, Javon. All right.
Snoop, we trust. Wow,
yeah, that's crazy.
What a way to come up here, Vaughn. What's up, Vaughn?
Wow.
All right. So, playoffs, man. Hey, Toney, you came in here a week ago. It's like y'all deserve to make it. Y'all in position to make it.
Joe, they still don't deserve to make it. They beat the Dolphins by 2 points with two backup quarterbacks in the game. I mean,
you know what, Toney? I'm not surprised. You and David, man, y'all brothers, right? So
we are realistic football fans.
So look.
Put a fandom at, man. Go ahead.
So Teddy Bridgewater can't throw 15 yards accurately, right? The other guy, he's just an athlete at quarterback. And we beat them by 2 points. Just think about that. They beat them by 2 points. Had they not tried to turn Tua's brain into scrambled eggs, and he played, we lose that game easily, because Waddle and the Cheetos was open all game long. Our secondary's hurt. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I mean, if Buffalo wins tonight, I'm guessing that Kansas City play before they do, so the Kansas City play Saturday, I think, right? So if Kansas City loses, then they might not play Josh. But if Josh plays, we are done. Like he comes in there specifically to try. He need to change his name. You remember how Randy Orton used to call himself the Legend Killer? Yeah. Your man Josh should change himself into the Belichick Killer, because ever since that one loss that they had against them like 3 years ago, he's been killing us. He's been on a mission.
Yeah, beat them last year.
Yeah, but he's been on a mission. Come on, Joe, that's not a real win. Stop playing. Let's get it right. God wanted us to win that game. That's what happened. All that win in there, it was a miracle, right? Right. But anyway, that's just how I see it. I mean, do we probably have the better chance of all the three teams that are there to try to get into the playoffs? Right. We got a pretty good chance. Cleveland can beat Pittsburgh. All right. They run down. I don't think Pittsburgh can stop them from running. So Cleveland can beat Pittsburgh. All right. Okay. Your boy, I mean, you got a glimpse of seeing the real Watson yesterday, right? My bad, Joe. I ain't mean to bring that up, man. But
I wouldn't say that's still the Watson though, because
that was.
Yeah, but in the second half, he threw some dimes to your boy over there, and he started to look more like him. Moving in the pocket, getting out of trouble, throwing passes. I mean, he ain't Deshaun. It's still gonna take him another year to get back to being Deshaun, but he showed glimpses of being Deshaun yesterday.
I agree with that. Also, you want to add this too, though. From 4 throwing to Cooper, they would have thought it was the Cowboys all over again. So that's probably another thing with their secondary. They was just like, that's why Fuller got burnt on that one play. My bad.
Yeah, I have no clue what that was. There, I saw it. I just turned the channel. I said, let me just finish watching the Patriots game and get it off a red zone watching this crap. But yeah, and then the Miami game, the Miami and the Jets game, the Jets can beat Miami, because you don't know which quarterback is going to play. It depends on who's going to play. So we have a pretty good chance, because all three teams.
Scholar's playing.
Yeah, all three teams can lose, and we can still make it to playoffs. That's the craziness of this.
That's true.
That's the craziness of this.
Could have just lost.
So yeah, we can make the playoffs and stuff. But anyway, go ahead, Vaughn. I'm sorry, bro.
So before Javon go, who do you think gonna make it though?
We'll probably make it, because all three teams that are there can probably lose.
Dang. Okay. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, Javon. Just in case you didn't know, Tony. All right. All right, Javon, talk to us.
Hey, Tony, I understand you think all of us gonna lose. That's probably the best case for y'all to get in. Probably the only way y'all gonna get in, to be honest. Because from my seat, I think we have the best chance. You say we can't stop the Browns from running, but we just stopped the Ravens from running on Sunday night.
Ooh, okay.
Football. And I feel like they're just as good at running the football, if not better. I mean, their running back isn't Chubb, don't get me wrong, but they run the ball pretty well. However, they do have a quarterback in Deshaun Watson that you brought up that can make plays, unlike Snoop. Even though, I trusted Snoop not to win the game, but to let us in the doorway to the playoffs, of course. So, now, as far as the Dolphins, I don't think the Dolphins are going to win, because the Jets, I mean, that secondary can match up with their receivers. I don't think that their quarterback's going to be able to make enough plays. I believe Mike White can make enough plays to beat the Dolphins. Their defense don't step up enough for them. I don't think they'll step up next week. You'll have to have Tyreek Hill go for 250 or something crazy like that. And y'all in the Bills, like you said, I think the best chance of y'all winning would be if the Chiefs end up losing and they just end up sitting their guys because they know they got the number 1 seed. Because I'm not a Patriots fan, but I'm a fan of Bill Belichick, because when Brady was there, he got the mind share of the credit, and I didn't think that was fair to Belichick, only because of the system that he built. So I am a big fan of Belichick. However, I just don't think y'all have enough on the offensive end to get the job done. Mac Jones is probably a year or two away from being that quarterback that y'all need. And like you said, I did watch you last time you was on the show, and you was talking about your OC, and I still think he OC. So I don't know if y'all gonna make it. So I think we have the best chance, but we are playing a division game. So like Toney said, we all can lose. So I think we have the best chance of winning. However, it's a major toss up right now between us and the Patriots, more so than the Dolphins.
So do you think y'all will make it? You think it'll be y'all that get in? I like the
Fighting with Tomlin. Tomlin, he's giving us that fighting edge. When you hear him in the press conference, he talks about guys that don't phase in the moments. Talks about guys that don't blink. We run to it, not from it. So, and we follow his lead, and you can see it with the play on the field. T.J. Watt is coming into his own now. He said the previous games have been like training camp for him. Really, he hasn't been back. So we saw him yesterday in the second half make a big play, and I think he can close out this game for us. Him and our defense. So I think we're the healthiest out of all the teams, and we've been playing the best too. So I think we can get it done.
All right. Can I rebut a little bit here, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So 2 things. The Ravens just stopped running. That's the first thing. Y'all didn't stop them. They just stopped running the ball. They didn't run the ball at all. They decided to put the ball on in Snoop's hands, and just like Snoopy, from Peanuts, he fumbled the ball as usual. Okay, as usual. Okay. Now, you're right. Now, I will give you guys, and just being a football fan, I'll give you guys the edge in this game here. Right, especially so we got to have a lot of things fall in place for us to make the playoffs. The one thing would be the Kansas City losing. If Kansas City loses, then we have the chance of us going will probably go up. Josh just for some reason turned into Superman when he plays us. It's just how he plays, and I can't take that away from him, right? But he hasn't been Superman lately. Against most other teams too. So do we have a chance? Yeah, our defense is third in the league, I think it is. So it's not like our defense is shabby. We have 17, 18 touchdowns and interceptions to lead the league. So it's not like we're shabby. It's just the fact that what you just talked about. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you watched that game yesterday, Matt Patricia didn't call a bad game yesterday. He didn't call a bad game at all yesterday. That game came down to Mac Jones playing in the first half where he wants to throw the ball down the field, to the second half where he turned back into the Mac Jones we know. That's what happened in that game. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't need to be in there. Just like I said last week, the kid needs to be playing. If we had the kid in there, I would tell you right now, yes, we're probably gonna make the playoffs. But not with Mac Jones. Mac Jones, you said 2 years? I give him like 4. He's 4 years. He's still a development, man. And I thought the last year when I saw what he played, I was like, okay, he's gonna be good. But it was really Josh as his offensive coordinator versus. But you saw what he did yesterday with the other quarterback that they drafted, Stenham, yesterday with the Raiders, right? You saw what he did yesterday with Josh back there. That man looked like he had made the Pro Bowl all year. He was in the Pro Bowl right now.
Showing better than Carl
in the Pro Bowl.
Now, coincidentally, not only.
Sorry, Joe. I got to make one rebuttal.
My team making the playoffs.
You said we didn't stop the run. No, it's not that. He said we didn't stop. They stopped running. It's because we took them out of that situation that they can run. When you play the Ravens, you have to stop them on first down and also second down. Because they're the type of team, if it's 4th and 1, they're gonna run it. Even if it's 3rd and 1, they running it. So we took them out of those type of situations and forced them to throw the ball. And that's how you stop the run game from the Ravens. You can't necessarily stop it, slow it, shut it down. You just have to win the first down and not allow them to have them short yardage on 2nd and 3rd to allow them to have that open playbook and force them to throw the ball. And that's what we did.
I agree.
I'll say this. The Ravens did run the ball 28 times for 120 yards. So it wasn't necessarily like a dominant run defense, but they didn't have any rushing. They didn't allow any rushing touchdowns. The only touchdown they had was from Tyler Huntley. and that was the pass that he threw. But that was just about it. And then the Steelers, as a team, ran the ball 41 times and almost had two people run over 100 yards each.
Because they got a quarterback that can't throw the ball. What are you talking about?
Woo, that's the thing
No,
about all
I'm
three
being
of these
serious.
teams. though.
Like being on. He's going to develop into something. I can see him developing into something to a receiver, to a better quarterback later on. But that small hand thing is a true thing. You know what I'm saying? He loses grip of the ball a lot and stuff and things like that. Now he's the better of the two quarterbacks. Mitch Trubisky, I have no clue what Mitch should be thinking sometimes. He does try to make better decisions, but the problem is he can't grip the ball well. That's a horrible thing for him.
So we have the Patriots
He's a
here.
rookie,
We have the
though, so he
Patriots,
got to develop.
and then we have the Steelers. But no one's gave a case on why the Dolphins can't make it.
Yeah,
Skyler.
they defeated without Tua. They haven't won a game without Tua.
Because that's what I'm about to say. Because I'm like, dude, they ended that man's career. That man's career is over. He's not. He probably won't play anymore. I don't know if they can put him out there, but if you pluck him in the helmet, he getting a concussion.
Dang, he said that they make to the playoffs.
That's where he's at, though.
That's where he's at right now, man. It's horrible what they did to him, and I hate Alabama. I'm a Georgia fan. I hate Alabama.
Good
Great comeback, by the way.
Yeah.
No. You said what now?
I said great win. Joe said great comeback.
Yeah, you had to. They had to lay the wood down first, and once they laid the wood down, they changed that whole atmosphere of that game. They was like, "Oh, these boys hitting now."
Somebody gonna chop that up.
Somebody.
They lay wood and them boys hitting.
All right.
They wild down in Georgia.
Big ball.
So before y'all rolled out, Tony, you said that y'all lead the league in interceptions. All right. Y'all actually tied with a team. And guess what that team is? Pittsburgh. Ain't that crazy? Pittsburgh tied with y'all. Everybody got 18 interceptions.
Yeah, but we still lead the league, though. Still lead.
All right. So let's get some last words in. Talk to your squads. You know the drill. So let's start with you, Tony. Oh, Javon,
Patriots can go first, man. Let the Patriots go first, man.
All right, go ahead. You said what,
You
Javon?
talking to me?
Yeah, it's on you, Joe. I mean, it's on you, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'll say this right here. If they go out and play in the first half, if you guys go out and play in the first half the way in the whole entire game the way you played the first half, then you guys will can beat Buffalo with Josh there. They can beat them. But if you guys go out there and you allow the defense to stay on the field as long as they do, the game will be over with by the end of the third quarter. So you guys need to get out there, run the ball. Both the running backs are back. They're both healthy. Let them run the ball. Now, let's talk to the number one team in the country here right now. I got to talk to them real quick because they scared me. Give me 1 second here. Let me do something real quick. My apologies here. All right. Number one team in the country here. Yo, you guys cannot play like that against TCU. You can't play like that against TCU. Now, Duggan can't throw the ball really, really well, but the guy makes timely passes, and all they do is throw the ball down the field. So that gives us the time to get back there to him. Get back there, get to him. Stop. Don't try to make it pretty. Make it ugly, and win the national championship again. That's all I got to say.
Let's get it.
Go Dogs.
Okay. Spawn?
Ravens suck.
All right.
They saw that last night.
Oh.
Y'all can't hear me?
No,
you
you
go. You good now? Yeah.
Hey, Tomo had to wake me up with that. I hear you. I like that. But let's go. Still a nation. You know what I'm saying? We fighting hard for our coach, for our franchise, for the fans, letting everybody know. Always hope when you with the Still a Nation. They count us out at 2-6 with a rookie quarterback. 8 games later, look at us now. 1 game away from possibly making it back to the playoffs. So let's get it. We got a tough one, division game. Let's just do our part, and if the chips fall in our lap, then we're gonna play.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming on. We'll get the final results We might ask y'all to come back on before the weekend. Get y'all a little last word before the season ends. All right, so just stay tuned for that. All right,
All right.
y'all stay safe.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Hey, what exactly what Tony just said? I was about to say it. He's never had a losing season, never. And
Mike
right now they're
Tomlin?
8-8. So
You talking about Tomlin or Belichick?
Tomlin,
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Tomlin,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're gonna win. He never had a losing season.
Yeah,
They're gonna win. So somebody else gotta win. All right, y'all. So look, hey, look. I had checked. I checked the video, and the likes don't match the views. So when you come on, if y'all can hit that like button for us. All right. If you on right now, hit that like button to raise more awareness to the video. All right, to YouTube. So let's go down to the last topic. Brady, man, he did it, y'all. He did it. He won the division. He's in the playoffs again. And Dave, we're gonna start with you on this one. Can they make a deep playoff run this year?
no, no, no. That is an anomaly of a game of how he's played this year. I understand that was the best game he's played all year. He threw for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and ran in for one. So
I
he
think
had
it's 400.
okay, 400. That's right. He did throw over 400 yards. He did over 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he ran for one. That is an anomaly. He hasn't had a game like that all year. And he had to have a game like that when their best cornerback was out.
Mm.
J.C. Horn did not play in that game, so that's the result of that. Now, Mike Evans has been very consistent throughout his entire career, so he played well. Chris Godwin played well yesterday too, but I don't think that they're going to be able to play that kind of game against a playoff team. Now, Tom, I do understand why now you say that you're scared to play the Buccaneers because they have a tendency of playing a game like that before the playoffs play. And like you mentioned earlier, them and the Packers start to play well as soon as y'all clinch the playoff spot. Only thing is, the only way y'all play the Packers is if y'all get the number 2 seed and they make the number 7 seed. So,
But I didn't say scared. I said this is going to happen. Like I knew it. I told y'all just like y'all said we won and done. I knew this was going to happen, and I was like, nah, y'all could beat him. Like, no, he's going to click. It's going to happen.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, y'all best cornerback is not out though. Trayvon Diggs is still playing. He's healthy. He's been healthy all year, so I don't think he's going to allow Mike Evans to have that kind of game that he did that time. I mean, he did. Remember what he did against Justin Jefferson? He only had 3 catches for 33 yards.
The list goes, Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin, AJ Brown.
I mean,
should the list go
Tim
on?
McCoy needs contacts.
No, it don't.
Well, what I'm saying is Trayvon has played better than he did last year. Last year, remember, he was getting cooked last year. He allowed the most yards out of any cornerback last year, even though he led the league in interceptions.
That's the context.
He took a lot of chances, which is why he took a lot of chances, which is why he was able to lead the league in interceptions. But he also got burnt a lot because he took too many chances. So I guess this year he learned not to take too many chances, which is why he doesn't lead the league in interceptions this year. But he still has played well, so I'll give him that. So no, I don't think they make a playoff run. I don't see them beating the Cowboys. I just don't. Even if it's not the Cowboys and the Cowboys win the division, they play the Eagles. I don't see them beat the Eagles. So whichever one of those 2 teams you think, I don't think they're able to beat either one of them. So no, I don't see them making a deep playoff run. I see them 1 and done. That's just me.
Okay. So I mean, the easy answer is they can go as far as the 5th seed allows them, and currently the Cowboys are the 5th seed. So, also, I just want to take a side note. Earlier in the chat, I said Tom Brady needs to be drug tested after that game, and someone jumped in and was like, "Nah." Oh, matter of fact, it was Carl. He was like, "Nah, the Panthers just didn't have their number 1 receiver." No, Carl. Their number 1 cornerback. No, that's not it. Tom Brady, like you said, Tom Brady has not played like this all year. All year, regardless of even if it was a mismatch on Mike Evans, he is still not throwing the ball to him for some strange reason. It was all dink and dunks. Yesterday's game plan was totally different. It was a 180, and it's probably because he knows he's going to play Dallas in Tampa. But yeah, that's why I say he needs to be drug tested. That's the only reason I threw that out there. But Oh man, the fan in me says they'll go a deep run. They'll win the first playoff game, and then they'll probably get bounced out by the second team because it's Brady, because of what he does. This is the only quarterback in the NFL where anyone allows his defense to show up for the first 3 quarters without ridiculing him, unless you're like specifically in one of our group chats. And I love the chats for that because the rest of the world on Twitter would call me crazy. The defense holds him down for 3 quarters. He does something miraculous for the last 5 minutes of the game, and Brady's the GOAT. That you can't count him out on that. But he's the only quarterback that gets that excuse built in. Anyone else does it, they come on here, they poke at you. You know, they're part of your fan base, but then they say, when is the quarterback going to put the team on his back? Meanwhile, we got a GOAT that just does it every week, and no one talks about it. All right? So if Brady from earlier this season shows up, they're not going nowhere. They're not going far. But if Brady from yesterday shows up, they're winning at least one playoff game.
All right, so this is the best I've seen. First of all, yeah, I think they could. Not saying they will, but I think they really could though. I wouldn't be surprised because that was the best I've seen them offensively in a long time, like we all agree. But y'all know why, right? They got they tackle back, Ryan Jensen. Right, he's back. He was out all year, and that was one of the reasons why a lot of people were down on the Bucs, because Brady's Achilles heel is if you can come up the middle, right, and on that D line, with the D line, with the offensive line, you know how to like clear it up, right?
That's what she said.
Yeah. So with the offensive line, right, then you'll give him problems. So he came back, which bought Tom Brady more time to air it out to Mike Evans. All right. So Chris Godwin also had over 100 yards. And look at the NFC. All right. The NFC, if he was in the AFC, I would say no, because you're going against a bunch of quarterbacks that could put up endless points on you. Every quarterback for real in the AFC playoffs, every starting quarterback is like legit. The worst starting quarterback right now in the playoffs is Trevor Lawrence. That's the worst one. And he could put up points. So, all right. So,
I'm joking.
So I do think that. But here's the thing about Brady's teams. Like you said, ball bounces their way. You know, like you never count them out. And it's not just Brady, it's his team. Something magically always happens. The other team fumbles the ball, bad penalty, a crazy offside. You line up in the neutral zone on a 3rd and 10. You know, I mean, crazy pass interference call, something crazy like that.
Your quarterback throws a pick.
The call throws a pick 6, or fumbles in their own territory. You know, or Tom Brady gets sacked. They call roughing the passer. I mean, it's always some craziness going on. So you can never count them out.
I did like that though yesterday when he slammed the ball and the refs finally called something on him for doing that. I liked that yesterday. That was a first.
But then you look at the game yesterday, it shouldn't have been that close. I know they came from behind, but in the game. But Tom Brady, it's a lot happened in that game. Like Chris Godwin had a fluke fumble. They missed an easy field goal. They got a field goal block. It was just so much going on in that game that they shouldn't have been like they should have been leading the whole game. So I think they could make a deep run, depending on where they matchup is, obviously, and who shows up when they play them. Because they a timely defense. Same thing like the year they won a Super Bowl. They weren't great all year, but when the playoffs came, they clicked, made that Super Bowl run. So yeah, I think they could.
That's another thing about this whole NFC playoff. Like, I think this is going to be the most entertaining NFC playoff because all of their defenses are opportunistic. Cowboys, opportunistic. Eagles, well, they getting sacks too, but opportunistic. Same thing with Tampa. You seen what Green Bay did yesterday.
Yeah. And with the Giants, there was a coach, but you saw what they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Opportunistic. They get sacks too. Them and the Eagles, I can say they get sacks and opportunistic. Everyone else is just opportunistic.
Yeah, and then like, don't be surprised, man, if the Giants make a run too. You know, like I'm saying, like it's like the NFC is up for grabs. I believe it's up for grabs. So
why would you do that? We were having a great conversation. You said,
"Hey, I'm just saying the Giants. Hey, they won 2 Super Bowls in 6 years."
Look, Danny Dimes played well yesterday. He had 4 total touchdowns.
I'm bringing him back. I'm bringing him back just because you said that.
All right, let's end this. All right, y'all. So, hey, thank y'all for staying to the end. We appreciate that. Make sure y'all like the video if you haven't. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this with somebody that y'all know because you can go back and watch it. All right, we're gonna break these out tonight so you can be able to watch each individual segment. Appreciate y'all for using our comment section. Y'all were lit in the comments like always. All right, and draw the things right. Yeah, y'all first time. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all were lit in the comments like always. Appreciate y'all for that. Listen, we got IG accounts. Matter of fact, Dave, talk to them about the IG accounts.
So IG accounts, we have sports chat. It's exclusive. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to be in the sports chat, you have to get on the show at least once. So if you want to be on the show, put your IG in the chat. Let us know what you want to talk about and when you're able to get on, so we can find time to schedule you to be on. We have an NFL chat and NBA chat where we're able to give alerts about games or player status, coaching status, owner status. No matter what it is, we let you know what's going on. Same thing for college football and college basketball now. We make sure we get those news out to you as quick as possible. We're telling you about the transfer portal, coaches possibly leaving from college football to go to the NFL. We're talking about basketball teams, the top 25. We let you know all those things as soon as it comes up. Right before you even get the alerts from the other guys, we put it right out there right before you. And then we have a baseball chat now. We haven't had a baseball show yet, but we will have one coming up soon. It is January now, so expect to see something next month with the baseball show because baseball starts next month, from what I remember. And also, we have another one coming up soon with boxing. We have a boxing one that may be coming up soon because a lot of fights are starting to get talked about with Deontay Wilder coming back. I think Anthony Joshua may have a fight coming up soon. Was it the other boxer just came out of retirement for a fight? So we got some fights. Gervonta Davis still has a fight coming up next. So we will be talking about that soon.
And we talking about how some running from Earl Spence.
Exactly. That too. But those are the chats. So if you're interested in it, put your IG in the chat. Let us know which one you want to be a part of, and if you want to come on the show, so you can be a part of the sports chat. And plus, you get to understand why we talk about the chat and why you see pictures like that in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, don't he kind of favor J-Mo a little bit?
Oh, come on, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Hey, I just noticed that.
If you say that, you must say he favors Joe because Joe and Jay, all of them look like.
Nah.
That might be our distant cousin, man.
Nah, I mean, well, that'd be good to have that,
he could probably come on the show and tell us why he gonna lead the
family.
Eagles.
How you gonna lead the Eagles? You said?
Yeah.
You want him to leave? So you worried about him?
I ain't worried about him at all.
All right.
I'm worried about Dak. I need to find a picture of Dak.
I mean, you like I'm trying to change my Russian background, but they working me right now. It ain't showing up. I'm over here. Anyways, last words, man. Listen, Commanders. Listen, Terry McLaurin, you're gonna be good, bro. Terry McLaurin, we're gonna free you. We're gonna get you somebody that's gonna give you the ball so you can fully reach your true potential. You see what I'm saying? We haven't seen the best of Terry McLaurin yet. All right. Now, like the beam, man. We lost to the Grizzlies, but I'm good. We beat the Nuggets, beat the Utah Jazz. 2 close games. It was really good. Kevin Huerter hit the game winner. But we in good position, though, as a Kings fan. Unlike the Commanders, I can trust the Kings. All right? So even though we lost to the Wizards, but it's an NBA, it happens. So all I know is I know that we will be in the playoffs. We're going to end this drought. That's why having these underrated teams, I appreciate every single win. That's why I put the beam over every win because they don't come. It's not hard. It's not easy to get a win. So I got look at my teams, y'all. Like, come on. Why do you think I was excited in the chat every time you won? I mean, it doesn't come often. All right. So like the beam. Sabonis is an all-star. Go and vote for him. De'Aaron Fox, he got hurt, went through a little slump, but I think he should be an all-star too. All right, so let's get it. Oh yeah, and lastly, appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all of y'all that actually support us. Like Tomo said earlier, we get monetized, we can put out way better content than you guys are seeing. Like legit, like professional content. You're gonna think you're watching ESPN. So, but we need y'all help. We need y'all consistent help. Like Tomo said on one show, tell a friend, use your work email. Do all that stuff. Subscribe. We gotta get to 1,000. We got 377 right now, and we appreciate all y'all that subscribe so far.
So for me, I'm gonna talk to the Miami Heat first. I know I don't mention y'all that much, but hey, you hit a game winner right before the new year started. So
Happy New Year too.
So
we ain't mentioned that.
You're right. No, I think I
You said in the opener.
You did?
Okay.
Okay.
You was depressed. So yeah.
It's okay, Joe. It's all right. But Miami Heat, hey, you got a W before the year ended. So let's try to start off the year that way. Pat Riley, I'm telling you, you are this close to being in the doghouse. This close. If you don't make a move before the trade deadline, you will be in the doghouse for the rest of the season because I don't see it going anywhere with this roster. That's all I'm gonna say about that. San Francisco, you had a tough win yesterday. Think about it, and Tomo just said this. To think you started off the season 3-4, and you still have a chance now to be the number 1 seed. You're now the number 2 seed, so props to you. I definitely think that John Lynch should be considered as the manager, executive of the year.
Decade.
And Kyle Shanahan should be considered as coach of the year because think about the situation that we've been in. We've had 3 quarterbacks to start this year. We had to go get Josh Johnson off the street, and the 3rd-string quarterback is somebody I've never even heard of. I'm not even going to mention his name. Just know you don't know who he is because I don't know who he is. So, and we have Mr. Irrelevant playing the game who's won – even though he's played in the last 5 games, the games he started, he's 4-0. The last 3, his first 3 games, he had over 100 quarterback rating. Yesterday it was a 95 from 96. So he's played well since he's thrown 2 touchdowns each game he's played in. So he has 10 touchdowns in 5 games. So he's played pretty well. I think if he was the backup behind Trey Lance, we would probably be in the same position. If not, maybe a little bit better. Maybe. But he played well. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have some kind of quarterback controversy next year between him and Trey Lance. I see it happening. Yeah. I'm realistic. I know what's going to happen. They're going to fight for the spot, even though I'm pretty sure they're going to give it to Trey because they drafted him. But I'm just saying, I'm not against the quarterback battle. I've come to my conclusions. I'm okay with the quarterback battle. So good. Still 9-game win streak. You can extend it to 10 against the Arizona next week. Still have a chance to win the number 1 seed, but it all depends on the Giants playing against the Eagles. I'm not too fond of the Giants winning that game, so just go in and play whatever you need to play to be able to be good and lock up the number 2 seed. At least you have that, so just lock in the number 2 seed. For college basketball, Duke, I mean, I ain't really got too much to say to you. Number 17. You ain't played that well, so I mean, whatever. To University of Miami, the team I'm the most hype about. I'm still excited. You still been doing well. As far as I know, Kamani McLean is still a part of the commit because he's the number 1 quarterback in the nation. He just hasn't signed, but he's still considered a commit. He even has University of Miami on his IG in his bio, so that means I'm guessing that he's officially going to go to University of Miami. We have the number 1 and number 3 offensive linemen in the recruit class, so we're still a top 5 recruiting class. I'm excited for next season. This year was trash, but I'm excited for next season. Let's go, you.
Man, Dave, you are all over the map. You are in the 49ers. You go from California to Miami. You stay in Miami for a little bit, then you go back up with Duke. Okay. Then you like Boston, right?
Yep. Rest off.
You are well traveled in your sports, man.
I go to where winning is.
So why you ain't a Lakers fan? What? I'm saying we all part of like the same generation. So back then it was the Yankees, Cowboys, and Lakers.
I get it, but my team has won 3 times since I've been alive. So that's a winning program.
You know what? I'm about to say that next time a Laker fan say something to me about my Cowboys. I'm like, y'all watch the bubble. Wow.
Lakers got 6 championships since we've been alive. So
Who?
That's true, but still.
Lakers.
He only seen those in highlights.
Nah, we saw the Shaq and Kobe ones, and we saw Kobe's in Pau Gasol.
We did.
So
We
yeah,
also seen Space Jam too, man. So what are you saying? Like this is
oh,
it's
my
all
God,
on cassette.
Space Jam.
All those on cassette.
That's funny.
But my last word goes to Rain Dakota Prescott. All right. The time and the table has been set. Okay. I come on this show every week and try to defend your honor. Sometimes you make me look bad. 5 games, you missed 5 games, you got 14 interceptions, and everyone's laughing and pointing at it. So some your quarterback throwing all these interceptions, he missed these games. Meanwhile, there's GOATs out there like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen who all have, and Tom Brady. Well, Tom Brady's playing basketball, we don't count him. But you know, these 2 young guys, Burrow, they out just throwing picks and living their life. No one's talking about them. Look, man, you get in this playoffs, you better win at least 2 playoff games. Because I cannot come back on this show and have a Joe moment, okay? Because if y'all thought his rant was something, they're going to have to get a censor button for what I'm going to have to say, all right? That might be the show we have to do off air because we're going to have to boo, boo, and another boo. I'm telling you, don't do it, man. Don't do it. The Dak that we've been seeing, if you got to throw an interception, throw it early like you did against the Eagles and go have a perfect game after that. If this is just what you have to do to win the game, then just do that, okay? Just do it early so we ain't even got stressed about it the rest of the day, all right? That Titan game was terrible. It was just terrible. We still beat the team by double digits. Picture that. Cowboys Nation, it's now come to a time where we have to realize that the ceiling that we set for this team is not real. The team that we see on the field, the product, it is what it is. You just got to accept the flaws. They are who they are. Like, don't say that there's great defense. Don't say that there's great offense. Just accept the team for what it is. They're going to go out there, and it's going to be a roller coaster. So you're going to have your interceptions, and then your defense may get some fumbles or some takeaways. That's just what it is. Accept it. And to the Wizards, who was on the "You Done Son" segment, Tommy Shepard, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Because Rui's out there balling now, and you were going to trade him for a 6-pack.
Sure.
A 6-pack. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? They out here winning games now. I felt good in the chat because I literally had my team beat all of the Jordans. You know, it was like a 3-peat. It was literally a 3-peat. We took down the Kings, the 76ers, and the Magic all in one week. I watched my team beat Philly twice. It was just a great week last week. And to everyone that tunes in and watches the show, oh, hold on, one more thing. Kellen Moore, run the ball. But all of us can join in on this one. This is the last word because we didn't do a show before the new year, but I wanted to say Happy New Year, happy holidays. And to everyone who's been here from the beginning, to everyone who's jumping on the bandwagon as this train keeps going, we appreciate y'all.
Let's get it, man. Happy New Year. So we got for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.